Hello everybody, welcome back. Are you ready to improve your English? Well, today we are going to improve our English with comprehensible input. Comprehensible input is when a native speaker, like me, speaks in a way that you can understand, okay? Now this could be by using pictures, by using videos, by drawing, or just by speaking slowly and clearly. So today I'm just going to speak slowly and clearly because this is an intermediate level English video. So today we're going to use questions and answers to help you, well, know how to ask questions and how to answer them, but also just to acquire, to absorb my native language of English. So I asked ChatGPT to give me a list of questions and I'm going to respond to them so that you guys can hear, 1, how to ask the question, 2, how to respond to it, and 3, just get some good English, and who knows, maybe I'll even have some interesting answers. Let's go.
1, what's your name?
My name is Kyle. En español, Calito Cantante.
2, where are you from?
I'm from a state in the United States of America called Indiana. It is up towards the north of the country, and the biggest city that you guys would know about for sure that I'm close to is Chicago. So I go to Chicago a lot because there's great food and fun things to do, but I live in the state right next to it called Indiana.
3, how old are you?
I am 33 years old.
4, what do you do?
I work for the biggest steel making company here in the United States, and in my free time I help people like you to learn English.
5, are you married?
I am married to the most beautiful woman on earth, so yes, I'm very happily married.
6, do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have siblings, and in case anybody isn't familiar with this word, siblings is a word that we use for brothers and sisters. So I have 2 sisters and 1 brother, okay? But here's where it gets a little bit complicated. I have 1 sister that has the same mother and father as me, okay? And then I have another sister who only has the same dad. She has a different mom. So in English, we call her my half-sister, okay? And then her husband, I call him my brother because they got married when I was like 8 or 9 years old.
7, what languages do you speak?
My native language, my first language, is English, and when I was 27, I started speaking Spanish. I speak Spanish pretty well. I understand most things, so I could say I'm fluent in Spanish, and I speak French. My French is not as good as my Spanish, but I'm getting much, much better. I'm starting to understand most of what I hear, and I'm very excited about that.
8, do you have any pets?
I have a dog named Oreo. Some of you guys have seen her before, but she lives with my mother. Okay, when my father passed away and I left my mom's house, I left the dog with my mom to protect her and keep her company. In my house, we have 1 guinea pig named Gwen.
9, where do you live?
I live in a small city in Indiana. I'm not gonna say the name, but it's a nice place. There's a lot of places like this where I could go and be alone in nature, so I like that a lot. I do not live in a big city, it's a small town.
10, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color? I think every color has something that's beautiful, but I really love to be out here in nature and see all of the green, so I guess maybe you could say green.
11, what do you usually do on the weekends?
Well, sometimes I work on the weekends, so I'm not always doing something fun. But the days that I'm not working, I'm spending time with my family, eating delicious food, trying to go on adventures. You know, when you work on the weekends sometimes, and your days off are during the week, you don't think about weekends anymore or weekdays. I do the same stuff every day, guys. I try and enjoy every single day.
12, what time do you usually wake up?
Well, at my job, sometimes I work at night, sometimes I work during the day, so it's hard to say what time I really wake up. If I'm working during the day, I wake up sometimes at 4:30 a.m. On my days off, I usually wake up around 7 a.m. And if I'm working midnights, I'll wake up around 7 a.m. and then at 12 p.m. I'll try and take a nap for a couple hours, and then I'll wake up again and go to work. My sleep schedule, guys, is really messed up, unfortunately.
13. Do you like coffee or tea?
I love coffee. I'm a big-time coffee drinker, but I'm trying to slow down and drink less coffee now. I think it'll be good for my health. So that's something I've really been working on lately. Even though I love it, I want to drink less.
14. What kind of music do you like?
To be honest, guys, I don't listen to a whole lot of music. I usually listen to podcasts or YouTube videos. I like to consume information, but I like rock. I think guitar is an awesome instrument. And so really, if I listen to music, I listen to rock.
15. Do you like to cook?
I love to cook, guys. I think that cooking is one of my best skills, and I think my wife would agree. I love to cook. Cook all the time, guys. Almost every day really.
16. Do you play any sports?
I don't play any sports right now. I go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, and I like to run, but I wouldn't consider that a sport. And I trained Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for several years, but it's very hard on your body, so I quit doing that. So no real sports right now.
17. What do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, I make these videos. I love coming out in nature, going on walks or hikes. I love to spend time with my wife and my son, take them with me out in places like this. I like to meditate. I like to read good books. I like to watch videos where I can learn things from. Sometimes I take language classes on italki. Just yesterday I took a really good French lesson with a guy from France named Tristan, and it was really cool. So those are my things, guys. I'm always trying to improve myself somehow.
18. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food, steak. Guys, I love a good steak on the grill. Nothing better. Love it. Absolutely love it. 19. What's your favorite movie? My favorite movie. I think so many good movies, guys. But if I had to say what I think the best movie ever is, I would say it's actually 3 movies. The Lord of the Rings trilogy. I think they're the best movies ever. And I think they're the best because they're awesome and there is no cuss words, no sex scenes, nothing bad. And it shows that if you really take the time to write a good script and have amazing actors, you don't have to put all that bad stuff in it to make a cool movie. Lord of the Rings is awesome.
20. What do you usually do after work or school?
Well, guys, I work 12-hour shifts. So after you get off of a 12-hour shift, you really just want to eat dinner and relax with your family. So usually, guys, when I get off work, if I worked all night, I get off in the morning, I go right to sleep. But if I work during the day, I get home at about 7 p.m. I just like to eat dinner, chill with my family, maybe watch something on the TV with my wife and son, and just relax.
21. Have you ever traveled to another country?
Yes, I have been to Colombia, technically Panama, and recently we spent some time in Canada. I've been to Puerto Rico, which was actually a territory of the United States, so that doesn't count. But countries that I've actually spent time in and met the people and had a good time, Colombia and Canada. I recently went to Montreal to practice my French. I loved it.
22. What's the best place you've ever visited?
The best place I've ever visited? Guys, I don't know. It was definitely probably somewhere in Colombia, just up in the mountains. Salento was a beautiful little town, guys. Incredible. Really, all of the Eje Cafetero is incredible. Just beautiful nature, guys, and just being there with my wife's family. So definitely Colombia, somewhere in Colombia for sure.
23rd. Do you prefer the city or the countryside?
I prefer the countryside, guys. I prefer to be out here in the woods. Sometimes I like to go to the city, but really just for food or if there's an event happening. Usually I like to be out here by myself, somewhere peaceful.
24. Have you ever tried a strange food?
In Colombia, I ate some fruits that were not very good, and lulo juice, lulo I think it's called, was terrible. Sorry guys. That was very weird for me. I did not like it at all. And I've probably eaten a ton of foods that a lot of people think are strange, but I actually like them, so they're not strange to me.
25. Do you believe in love at first sight?
I don't believe in love at first sight. I believe that you could be very attracted to somebody and have a really good feeling about them, but you have to really know somebody to love them, and you have to see them in their bad times. If you've never seen somebody when they're going through hard times and you still want to be with them and support them and be there to make those bad times a little bit easier, I don't think you could really say you love them.
26. What's something you're really good at?
I'm really good at cooking. I'm pretty good at learning languages. I think I'm a really good father. Say I'm pretty good at talking.
27. What's something you'd like to learn?
Maybe something like climbing a mountain, how to climb a mountain, or, ooh, I would love to learn how to fly a plane, how to fly like a little private plane or a helicopter. I think that would be pretty cool.
28. Do you enjoy learning English?
Well guys, it asked me, do I enjoy learning English? Obviously I speak English, so I'll answer the question like it asked me, do I enjoy learning languages? I love learning languages. I think it's an adventure. I think you get to see a new culture and a whole new part of the world. Yeah, I think learning a language is one of the most fulfilling and fun things you could do in the world, in my opinion.
29. What do you think about social media?
Social media can be great, guys. I've learned so much, so many things from YouTube, but scrolling on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, that's terrible for you guys. It's like a drug. It really is. Really is like a drug for your brain, and it actually activates the same parts in your brain as cocaine. So think about that next time you're scrolling on Instagram for an hour. You might as well just be doing a drug. Sorry guys.
30. Have you ever had a part-time job?
I've never had a part-time job, guys. I've always worked long hours. I've worked in very industrial places, so I never had a part-time job where I worked a couple days a week. It would be cool, but I've always needed more money than just a little bit. So I never had a part-time job. I've been working a lot since I was pretty young. Since I was 18, I've had steady, hard jobs. So nope, never had a part-time job. Okay guys, I hope that this video was useful for you. Maybe you enjoyed some of the answers. Maybe hearing me respond to these questions helped clear something up that you've been thinking about in English. And maybe you just enjoyed having a conversation with an English-speaking friend. Alright guys, como siempre, muchísimas gracias por ver y nos vemos pronto.